That's why I got to look at this very carefully, because I totally did not hit record. And the flashing red is just as confusing as the solid red to me for some reason. It all blends together. Welcome, everyone. This is the Film Glutton, and this is DC Gluttons. We had to do one more quick little episode because I don't know if everyone's been aware about the rumors going on, spread by Grace Randolph from Beyond Trailer. She has her own little YouTube channel with a couple more viewers than me. Carlos, have you heard about this? Wonder Woman 1984 Flashpoint.
I have heard a little bit about it. Most of my news comes from you, but honestly, they're trying to incorporate Flashpoint into Wonder Woman 84. But what's curious about it is that it's already done filming. It's already done production.
Right. Well, so basically your theory was, because we know that Wonder Woman was bumped by, what is that, 7 months or whatever. Now, what's really funny is it was right after we did our show where I did a whole highlight just on the Wonder Woman saying, hey, how about this Wonder Woman movie? Like, literally that day is when they announced that Wonder Woman was being bumped after The Flash is being bumped. So she supposedly has some inside sources, and she connected two different dots. The fact that Flash is being bumped like completely off the calendar almost, and then Wonder Woman is being bumped by 7 months, which means they could do reshoots within that amount of time. They haven't officially said, I don't think, what they're going to do, but her theory is, and supposedly she has an inside source that says that what they're doing is they're merging the story. So the basic story of Flashpoint was that Barry Allen goes back and saves his mom. If you watch the CW, you know this, saves his mom and alters the timeline.
That's why I'm so sorry. But I have to do this. You're not gonna kill her this time. You're not gonna kill her ever again.
Although the Flashpoint CW was nowhere even near what actually Flashpoint was. They called it Flashpoint, but everything after the third episode, everything was already back to normal.
It's so different. There's no Thomas Wayne.
There was no Thomas Wayne. There was none of it. It was.
If you don't want to read the comic book, but you should, but you want a true, as close to true source as possible, check out the Flashpoint animated movie.
Yes,
that's very true to point. But so basically, awesome. Instead of the one thing I would be like, okay, she has a little bit of like room here with her logic is, since they don't want to do that with Flash, Wonder Woman did kind of set them up because we lost a little somebody in Wonder Woman 1 known as Steve Trevor or Captain Kirk. He's gone. He died. We do know he's back because we got the pictures of him walking cluelessly through the mall. So the question, so she's saying she alters the timeline. How does she do the timeline? I don't know. How does she go back in time? She doesn't have a treadmill like the Flash. So she's saying it's in no way actually connected to the Flash, except for it's just that theme of the storyline where she alters the timeline. And what that does do, allows them to reboot the universe in their image however they want to. They can keep old characters. It's not a full reboot like a Crisis on Infinite Earths would be. It's a soft reboot, essentially, where they could reboot some of the characters, Henry Cavill, Ben Affleck, the ones they don't want to come back. Now, full disclosure, I'm putting this under the rumor mill because there's another guy on YouTube. I want to give every other YouTuber a shout out. Jody's Corner, you should check it out. He's really cool. He is an actor and actually is working on a Patty Jenkins miniseries. So he seems really legit, a little bit. And he says it's not true at all. It's bunk. It's strictly because they needed to do needed a little bit more time. They wanted to get it right, so why not? Now, I think he doesn't say it in his show, but the other thing I brought up was the truth is it was going to come out a month after, in a year when they had 4 films 4 DC films. It was going to come after a month after the Joker. Well, if the Joker does really well, you don't want another DC film a month after.
No, you don't. That's the thing. And especially with Joker, it's highly anticipated. And this is getting more and more pub. I mean, I think every day on set, there's been a picture. And coming a month after, it makes sense that they're pushing it back, postponing it. 7 months, I'm kind of curious about. I'm just glad they didn't do the whole X-Men, let's postpone another year and a half thing. But still, postpone it's actually, I think, a pretty good idea.
Well, X-Men are dead. That's why they're just going to keep pushing it out. Like, it just okay. So, but if it's true, let's just give Grace Randolph, because she's had said some stuff that's true in the past. I'm assuming. I think I watch her stuff. It's kind of cool. It's kind of interesting. But if it is true, what do you think about it? A reboot, like, so you have that storyline. She goes back and saves Steve Trevor.
Is this what people do when there are no wars to fight?
Yeah. Yeah, this and other things.
What things?
They have breakfast. They love a breakfast. And they love to wake up and read the paper and go to work. They get married, make some babies, grow old together. I guess.
What is it like?
I have no idea.
And then at the end, all of a sudden we can be introduced to, which is, I'm guessing, why they need the extra time, because you're going to have to shoot the new Batman, the new Superman, tease that new universe. What do you think about that if that were to be true?
You already know how my opinions is. I just don't like it. I don't like a soft reboot. I don't like a reboot at all. I think what DC needs more than anything is continuity. I think continuity is huge, and that's why Marvel's so successful, is because we know these characters. We're familiar with these characters. I don't like it at all. I could see where they're going with it, but I think it would be a little bit of a stretch, and I think DC is being a little irrational if they do that. I think Warner Bros. Can be irrational if they do that. I'm not the biggest fan of it. I don't think that this is Flashpoint, especially how big and how great of a series that is. By the way, the cartoon episode is fantastic. Highly recommend everyone to watch that one. I think because of how big of a storyline it needs its own movie. If you're going to do it, I think Flashpoint movie would be the perfect time to do it. But we don't know with that. The status of that is up in the air. I'm just not the biggest fan.
If they did it with a Flashpoint movie, that would give them some more time, too, to see where everything is in the universe.
Exactly. More time, engage the interest of how everyone feels about it. And then also gauge time to not rush in recasting these characters.
So what's really going to happen is they're going to have this reboot. It's going to be, she's going to save G. Trevor at the very end. She's going to be like, we're going to see a back shot of a gentleman and be like, I'm here to save the squad. And she'd be like, who are you? And it's going to be James Gunn flipping off the camera.
In a Mickey Mouse suit.
Okay, that's it. Oh, hold on.
I want to say one more thing. The only thing, too, is DC. Wonder Woman right now is your crown jewel. Wonder Woman is what people are looking forward to. It's what everyone's anticipating. And right now, it's your highest grossing movie. I think you're gambling too much if you're putting the risk on it. Do not gamble with a reboot. Wonder Woman, continue the story. Put your trust in Patty Jenkins. I don't think a reboot's actually the most practical way. And I think you don't want to compromise a product that you already have. That people are already looking forward to. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. All right. I'm torn about it. I'm going to be down for the ride. I'm a DC fan, so I'm going to give it a shot. If Patty Jenkins signed off on it and says she thinks she can do something with it, then fine. If she said absolutely no, because she did fight for that no man's land, she fought hard, so I do believe she would be a fighter and not hurt her franchise. So if she does it, I'm going to put trust in her. If not, let's just keep messing up the universe, bring in weird stuff, and then we'll do a reboot with Infinite Crisis or Final Crisis or some major thing in a couple of years, and that'll be really awesome.
I just want Man of Steel 2. That's the problem.
All right, we're in on that. All right, everyone. Thanks for joining us. It's the Film Glutton, reminding you to have faith in Patty Jenkins. Let's get a Man of Steel 2. And never. Holy shit. Never
turn down an upgrade.
That's the second time I brain farted and he came in here. Let's end it on that, guys. Have a good one.